you never heard of. Hey everybody, welcome to the Common Folk Podcast with Ben, Morgan, and Andy.
All right, we're back with putting the folks in the hot seat.
Woo! It's Andy's turn.
I was going to say, who's in the red chair this time?
It's you. It's you in that chair.
So this is a series that everyone's kind of under the gun, and we're letting our folks kind of know, our listeners know a little bit about ourselves. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And you don't get any say in what's going to get asked of you,
Okay.
but you have to answer them.
Oh.
I'm going to say maybe plead the fifth a little bit on some of these.
So depending on what order people listen to these in, excuse me, we know what order we're going to release them in, but the whole idea here is we've done a bunch of episodes, and if folks have been following all along, they might want to know a little bit about, hey, who's actually
Right.
behind the mic. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So,
Well, and we've had some terrific guests, and we learn a lot about them.
Right.
So I think
Yep.
it's kind of a unique idea, a good idea to, introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
yeah,
A little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
So Andy Classen is in the hot seat today.
Oh, boy.
Does that bother you if people say Classen?
I'm over it,
Okay.
but my mom, she'll never get over that.
Hold on a second. Wait, over what?
People mispronouncing
His
So
last name.
how's it pronounced properly?
You said it right.
Classen.
Classen.
Oh,
I
okay.
said,
Just like it's spelled.
what do people say?
C-L-A.
Classen, like the
Or Clausen. We get a lot of
like the
Clausen.
pickles?
pickles.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And I got idiot friends from college that used to call me pickles. And I'm like,
Those are the best pickles. Side note.
that's Clausen. I'm like, yeah, it's just like that, but the U is silent and non-existent.
Right. It's just like that, except it's different.
Yeah.
Just like ours. It's Evers. Everyone says Evers. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
just had to ask.
I was on the phone. Yeah, never mind. We're talking about Andy today.
Okay.
All right. So, let's kick this thing off. So I got a couple basics. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in a real small town in northeast Nebraska by the name of Lynch. A lot of folks don't even know where that is, but it's a blip on the map. It's on an old highway. You blink, you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Graduating class of 10. So,
boy.
Like people say small town. I'm like, yeah, you think that.
10?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you, I'm just jumping right in, did you date half of them?
No.
Okay.
That was there were slim pickings, right?
Okay. That's what I was going to say. All right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
but no, everyone got along and took care of
Okay.
each other, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of dating the rivals, the rival school
Yeah.
down the road or
You
whatever.
had to.
Yeah, a lot of that.
I've been there. It's your, just kind of what you would imagine. Your typical small town. It's a neat little area.
Couple bars, coffee shop, little grocery store. There you have it.
What did we did that event? You got like a town,
Community hall.
community
Yep.
center, and yep.
Yep.
So all the folks there.
I saw a little meme on the internet, and it totally made Ashley and I chuckle. It's like, small town Nebraska starter kit. Here's your elevator, your 5 churches,
Yeah, right.
So.
And if you get lucky enough, your McDonald's or your Dairy Queen or your what else would there be?
That was a treat for us.
What are the early fast food restaurants
Pizza
that hit the small
Hut.
towns?
Yeah, Pizza Huts were everywhere.
Subway.
Yep, Subways. But the closest McDonald's to us was a 45-minute drive away.
No.
And that was a town of about, it was O'Neill, Nebraska. Handlebin guys. Shout out Handlebin. So whenever we got to play those guys, that was a big treat because we got to go to McDonald's after
Nice.
the game.
Heck yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Uh-huh.
All right, so how many siblings do you have, and where are you in the order?
I have 2 brothers, and I'm the oldest. And that was fun, but it also sucked in a lot of ways because I had to wait to get to do something like to own a deer rifle or something like that, And then my little brothers, they're 10 years old, fine. Just
Got everything at a younger age.
Yeah, or just get my hand-me-downs like 5 years before I ever got to touch anything like that.
Why does it work that way
I don't
with the
know.
oldest?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is ridiculous.
I had to work
What the
my
heck?
ass off to save up money, mowing yards to buy a go-kart like a real go-kart. And, I'm driving that when I'm 12, 13 years old. And here's my younger brother at like 8 or 9 just driving in. I'm like, whatever, fine.
heck?
Yeah. Like, what's going
That
on?
was
Wow.
mine.
Yeah.
Why do parents do that? It's so crappy.
Damn parents.
We do that probably too, obviously.
I'm sure. Yeah. All right. Well, when you were little, what'd you want to be?
I was a very typical boy. I couldn't decide. Did I want to play in the NFL or Major League Baseball?
Okay.
That was my big go-to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always thought it would be cool to kind of stay, so if I couldn't do that, because Dad would always drop hints like, most kids don't make, 2% only make college.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought it'd be cool to somehow stay in sports, whether that be coaching or broadcasting or something like that, just to be involved. I thought would have been a lot of fun.
Which leads to, what do you do
Yeah.
in your day job?
Yeah,
Can we ask?
Yeah, and I totally lucked out with that. It wasn't something I was looking for, but I got an opportunity, like 7 years ago now, to work for News Channel Nebraska. It was kind of a startup thing back then. And I did good delivering ag news, which I told them I didn't go to school for journalism, didn't do any of that stuff. But did good on that front. So then they asked when basketball season rolled around, hey, we need someone to do color analyst. We need a color analyst. I said, well, once again, I didn't take any journalism classes. I have no clue, you guys, and this is going to be on live television. And I remember the owner of the company saying, who founded it, Mike Flood, well, you played college football, right? I go, yeah. He goes, then you'll be fine. Like, that's football. It's not basketball. Like, what's going on? But learned on the fly. The first game I ever did wasn't live, so they let me have a buffer there and tweaked a couple things here and there. Not a lot, but I just kind of, I guess, had a natural knack for it. And our sports director, Brandon Axman, really helped me out. And we did a ton of games that first season. So
Okay.
Nice.
Now I feel pretty good about
That's
it.
what I was going to ask. What'd you do to prepare? Like sit in the mirror and just like start
Yeah.
chatting it up and like, I'm Andy.
3-pointer.
Like, how did you practice?
Played a lot of like NBA Jam and listened to those
Oh my God,
announcers.
you're bringing back some pretty funny memories. So, once we were that first year, we were doing Tuesday night basketball, girls and boys. So 2 games on Tuesday. Then we'd usually try and find a Thursday night game. So then girls and boys on Thursday. I had to do every Friday. So before Saturday even rolled around, we'd already done 6 games, and a lot of times we would do a Saturday. So sometimes it was 8 games a week. So I mean, I wanted to keep it fresh. I wanted to keep it fun. And we had a running joke with NBA Jam, and I'd always keep the ticker in my head. If somebody hit 3 shots in a row, I'd be like, he's on fire!
He's on fire.
And I'd always take one moment. I don't do this anymore. I just think, since I kind of clown around anyway, but I would want to say something that would totally break Brandon's train of thought, the play-by-play guy, and make him laugh. And if I did really good, it'd make the producer, the director, and the headset laugh. Like, I'd always try and do that every game.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and yeah, it can't be off color. You can't be making fun of the kids
right.
or the refs. You
Yeah,
know. So
yeah.
it was a challenge, but I had a lot of fun with that.
That's funny.
That is
That
cool.
would be a good sidebar episode sometime if we had you and then maybe someone else that you record with or something that
Oh, yeah.
someone else that does sideline and get into like what goes on behind the scenes with
My God.
with the sideline guys.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you have a sign off or a saying, or what do you say every time?
So that is something that I accidentally stumbled across, and people to this day get after me if I don't use my sign off. Like, I'll get text messages right after the game or right after the news blip, and it's just I say, blah, 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 and I'm Andy Classen.
Okay.
I didn't
yeah.
mean to do that, but that's my thing. Andy Classen. Yeah, so once again, I was trying to pretend like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
See, it was practicing the mirror.
Yeah.
And then it caught on.
It did.
Man, cool. So yeah, day job, you had that one. What else do I have here? Oh, how many kids do you have
Oh, geez. 3.
that you know of?
Yep, 3 that I know of. So, no, Ozzy's the oldest, our boy, a 6-year-old. Just got done with T-ball, which I got wrapped into coaching. Then 2 little girls, 4-year-old Kimber and 1-year-old Willa. And Ozzy and Willa are actually Osmond. Those are family names.
Okay. I was going to ask. I don't know that.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
That's cool.
So your side or Ashley's side?
Both on my side.
Okay.
And one's from my father's side, and and Osmond was my great-grandfather.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a neat name.
Now, how long have you and Ashley been?
Oh, a long
Together.
time. I don't know. It's been a long
Years.
time. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a good guy, that.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just...
We started dating when we were sophomores in college.
Okay.
So
I
that would
didn't
have
think it
been
was high school.
2003,
Okay,
2002,
yeah.
something like that. So,
Okay. So,
oh
wow.
my God, 20 years. Oh my God.
It's a long time, dude.
I know. What do you do?
Yeah.
Do you still have questions, or can I ask?
Well, I
one
got
of
a
mine?
bunch, but we don't have to go through all of them.
Well, hold on. Let me open my beer. Okay.
There you
Fire
go.
away.
Okay.
Well, that was one of my questions. Busch Light or Coors Light?
Ooh.
Not what you're drinking right now, but what you prefer.
You know, I was always a Bud Light guy, and it's turned into Busch Light.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's kind of what everybody's trending towards, and you get the 30-pack. It's convenient. I can't tell the taste difference that much. So yeah,
And he just cracked a Coors.
Well, that's what I gave him.
Just
Hey.
funny.
free cold beer. If it's
Yeah.
free, it's for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
I'm on board.
I like that.
$0.99. Wait, free 99.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Okay. Are you a better listener or talker?
I think I'm a better talker. I try to listen. I really do.
Okay.
Like, just shut your mouth and try and hear what they're saying. I don't know, but I made a living out of talking.
I just was going to
You
say
know?
that. You talk
and
for your job.
and it's bizarre. Like you can tell, like on a broadcast, I can even tell, like, okay, this is boring. We need to be talking about. We need to be breaking it down because like 3 seconds on live television is like an eternity.
For no one to say anything.
Right. We almost got to a 1.5 seconds there, and it almost got uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, when you listen to podcasts, for sure, like we do this podcast all the time, and when I listen to them, right, and when we get to the point where we go through like the sponsors and the drinks and stuff, and it gets kind of quiet, it's like,
Yeah. What's going on?
Someone's got to say something because like you might think it's over.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
know.
That's
yeah, you
true.
got to keep people's attention. You
Okay.
know? And even in sports, you can kind of get away with it because the game's happening.
Yeah.
And you can let the game, and sometimes that's appropriate. Let the game tell
Sure.
the story. But no, you can't. I mean, if you let 5 seconds roll off, that's way too long. So you got to, I don't think I mean to, but I try and help fill the dead space or the dead air.
You're
you
quick
know?
on your feet, which I would say I'm not very quick.
I think you're
So that's
quick.
good.
I've listened to a number of podcasts where it's just a single person, and I listen to them, and I just feel exhausted listening to them because the same kind of thing. They can't have that dead space, and they're just talking. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, they're like asking their own questions and answering them. Yeah, some of those, yeah, like I feel that.
That
can
is
get
weird.
exhausting.
Yeah.
So when I wrote down these questions, I was actually eating lunch, and it made me think of something that actually like tells you a little bit more about a man than you actually realized.
Okay.
And the question is, do you prefer pepperoni or hamburger on your pizza?
Oh man. So
This is a man question?
I mean, it
guess.
tells you a little something about somebody,
Oh.
and I didn't even think
Oh,
about it. Like I'm
okay.
sitting there eating, and I'm like,
Hmm.
which one do I like better? And then I thought, man, this really gives me a little glimpse into.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I want to hear your answer and then what you think should be the answer.
Okay, so growing up, it was we had a lot of hamburger pizza. Like that was Mom's favorite, so that's what we always ate. But the most common, I would say, is pepperoni, and I kind of like that. But I'm not a fan of spicy at all.
Okay.
So sometimes those pepperonis, some of them are spicy.
Little
Like
too
that's
much,
the
yep.
signature, right?
Yep.
Oh man, but some of those hamburger pizzas, they throw too much caraway seed in it, and that throws a funky taste in it. I'll just go pepperoni. I'm easy. Fine. I'll go pepperoni.
Let's say you go to Casey's
Okay.
because you probably drive past 100 of those,
Mhm.
and they always have like 3 different flavors in the warmer.
Uh-huh.
Which one you grabbing?
Supreme.
Oh, okay.
I love the green peppers. I love the mushrooms. If I had my choice, remember Book It? You
Yeah.
read a
Heck
book
yeah.
and you got those little personal pans. I'd always go mushroom
Nice.
because it was a one-topper.
Mushroom
Okay.
as a kid.
Yeah, I love those mushrooms. Those
Wow.
fake, fat, juicy mushrooms out of a can. I don't know.
So this totally gave me a glimpse into who you are that I wasn't even thinking about.
Wait, so is pepperoni supposed to be the man thing because it's spicy?
Oh, it doesn't mean anything. We just move on.
It's just too greasy, guys. Pepperoni's too greasy.
All right,
is
let me ask one more, and then Morgan, you get into yours.
Oh, I don't have. Okay.
Oh, you don't have any?
I mean, I have some. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got one, and then a follow up with that. What's your favorite hobby?
Oh man, I really love fishing, hunting, obviously, and really just what I'm doing. Like I almost feel like my day job, going to these baseball games and football games, like that's pretty much my hobby. Just watching sports, being part of it. Mm-hmm.
So, in regards to the fishing and hunting, what would be like a dream hunt or fish scenario for you? Like, if you could go out and do whatever one you would want right now, like what's at the top of your
That'd
list?
be cool.
So a new guy that we brought into the company that's doing some that I've called a couple games with. He's from Chicago and he's getting into hunting, and he asked me that same question.
Oh.
And so
okay.
I answered him right away, but I'd kind of thought about it. So I would want to go to New Zealand, and I would want to hunt red stag. And a red stag is like a smaller version of an American elk. They're this beautiful deer, creature, and those ones in New Zealand, I believe, were planted. They were brought in, and they just thrived up in those mountains for whatever reasons. And they were at one point, I think, crossbred with elk, so their antlers are just thick and crazy and awesome. And then, we could do some deep sea ocean fishing between New Zealand and Australia. Like, I would make a trip out of it. That'd be a lot of fun.
That's a cool one.
So would that be like a long shot? Like meaning you would be 400 yards out shooting that? Or
I mean,
you wouldn't get super close.
A lot of people do. If people invest that much into it or that into it, they go bow hunting. And then you want to get within 70 yards.
Okay.
I'd want to get within 40.
Yeah.
But that's not the big thing for me. I would just want to experience it, do some hiking, get up on those mountains, and then I would be fine taking a 300-yard shot with a rifle.
See, that was one of my questions because I thought I knew that you did bow and rifle. What would you prefer?
I'm a
Does
rifle
it depend though per what you're hunting or animal?
Bow hunting is a very special time because that is where you really get to unwind. It's almost like every morning you go bow hunting, you just get to do meditation basically because you got to be so quiet. You got to be up in a tree or in your ground blind. Rifle, you can get away with being a little louder. You can walk around, do things like that. So there's plus and minuses of both of them. If you're looking to like unwind and really just be one with nature, it's bow hunting by far.
Okay.
I got a close second for you guys too.
What?
For the hunting?
Yeah.
Hunting turkeys in Hawaii. That's Ashley and I's favorite thing to do is hunt turkeys. Wouldn't that be awesome to parlay
Do
that?
they have them
super
in
awesome.
Hawaii?
Yeah, they planted the Eastern American turkey out there, and it thrived, and that's like a huge industry now is turkey hunting in Hawaii. Yeah.
Man, that would be cool.
You
Yeah.
have to have some connections, right? Like,
I haven't called any Hawaii games yet.
Would you hunt in like board shorts and a tank top?
I've watched a few hunting shows, and
that's funny.
They're in their camo, man.
Really?
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's the turkeys. That's their defense. They don't have a good smell or anything, so they have really good eyes.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
got to be camoed up. Yeah.
That's cool.
But
That'd be fun.
How awesome would that be? Turkey
Oh
hunt in the
my gosh,
morning,
that
then
would
go hit
be
the
sweet.
then go hit the beach in the
yeah.
afternoon. Yeah.
Go
yeah.
surfing.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so a couple questions I have. What would be your dream car?
Car, truck, whatever.
Yeah, whatever vehicle.
My dad always liked Corvettes. And I think some of those, like those old ones, the Stingrays, like from the 70s and early 80s, I think those look so sharp and just something fun to, bounce around in. I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Right.
I think that's where I'd probably go.
Okay. So would you rather go camping or like chill at a resort?
Oh, resort me.
You would.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Would
would
you
have
say
picked.
would you say the same thing, say 15 years ago?
I probably would just because I've done enough camping.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's more of a just that's what you do. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
that's not a treat, I guess. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I
Like,
see, and I was thinking you would see. I like the
Yeah.
reasoning behind it because I was thinking you would say camping because you're so outdoorsy.
right.
But the resort is a new thing or
Yeah.
something you don't get to do a lot.
Yep. And yeah, camping is just a form of camping. I mean, we have a place up on the Missouri River outside of Lynch. Did we take you to that cabin on
To the
river?
cabin, yeah. Mm-hmm.
On the river?
We stayed there, yeah.
No, you stayed on the Ponca Creek.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You haven't
Yeah.
been in the river.
Okay,
cabin
no
yet.
then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's just what we do. We just go
Oh.
up there and it's basically camping.
Okay.
You know.
So you're like, meh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
No, I love it. I mean, yeah, we invest in it, and we have a couple places that we do it at. So.
Yeah.
So we were talking about food for mine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do a lot of the cooking or Ashley does?
0.
Okay.
I cannot cook. I have no clue what I'm doing at all on any of it. I can't even make French toast.
But do
I
you
have
grill?
I don't even have a clue. Yes, I grill. I can do the smoker. We got a big green egg, the ceramic thing. I can do that.
Are you being serious? Are you saying this because you know she's going to listen, and then if you admit, then you're going to have to start cooking?
No, she just she will not let me in the kitchen. I'm
she
terrible.
enjoys it then,
Yes,
or you're
she
that
very much
bad.
enjoys it. Yes, yep. And I'm not. Yeah, that's the honest truth. Like I didn't do any cooking growing up.
Did your parents?
Mom would cook, and when she did, it was really, really good. But man, we were so active. Me and my 2 younger brothers. There was a summer there where we're all in different leagues. Legion ball, pony league, little league. We all had different leagues, different days of the week we were gone. So like we did a lot of fast food and hamburger helper type,
Right.
those type stuff.
Yes,
Quick
I
stuff.
this is not my thing, but my podcast. But I agree. That's kind of how we were.
Yeah.
Where I feel like you guys did a lot of cooking growing up, so
We did,
maybe that
yeah.
influences. Anyways.
Sure.
Yeah.
You need me to hit one here?
Yeah. Do that.
I've got two more that I would close out with. so
Okay.
if
Do
you're gonna
it.
come in,
Yeah.
so,
Go ahead.
Do it.
Do you have a plan of where you want to retire or some kind of dream of what that looks like?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a pretty good idea. We might like to move a little closer to the lake, maybe downsize the home, when all the kids are out, but maybe get on the water. We'd definitely like to either, remodel or do something with the farmstead, the farmhouse at home up in Lynch, or maybe put something a little more permanent up on the river there, But we have a couple of things floating around that, like, man, we'd like to do that, but
So you wouldn't want to
we're not forcing it.
up and go to Arizona or Florida or whatever. Like you're great. You're grounded here.
That snowbird stuff, that's something that Ashley and I really agree on. Like, I really appreciate Nebraska because you get all 4 seasons kind of in the extreme, and it makes you appreciate the other 3 when you're living the one that you're in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you get to taste it all.
And you guys have activities that you do
Yeah.
in those seasons that you enjoy as well.
Exactly. We're always looking forward to November because that's deer hunting, right? We're always looking forward to summer because baseball is coming up, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What would you say, back to this one, what would you say is your favorite food or your favorite meal?
For me, it has to be the little medallion venison steaks off the back straps that Ashley prepares. She caramelizes these onions. She has a way that she does this. And then whether it's cubed potatoes or hash browns, and then usually it's like asparagus on the side, it's immaculate. It is so good. I think if you got all those non-hunters out there and maybe even some vegetarians and had them sit down and try this, we might be able to change some minds.
Really?
Oh, my
It's
God.
that good?
It is that good.
That backstrap's really hard to beat.
It's so
You've
so
had it?
tender.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah.
Okay, that made me think of a question.
Okay.
What would be the most random thing you have in your freezer right now?
Oh, jeez.
Like an eyeball or a tongue or
Oh, there's some turkey feet
Okay.
for the stock.
really? Oh gosh. I knew
there's-
there'd be something in there, Andy.
There's a whole bunch of wild hog from a wild hog hunt we went down to Oklahoma.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't know if that's that wild.
No, it is. Like turkey feet? Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you don't have anything else, my last one.
No, go ahead. Ask the last one.
Why is it that you podcast?
You asked me to.
Because I was like, hey, Andy, you want to do a podcast?
Well, but I actually started a couple weeks before this with WTL, Where's the Line? And it's just I feel like it's just an evolution into what I've started. I didn't really mean to go down this broadcasting path, but it's happened, so why not jump into it with both feet and get after it? And I've always been, as far as like the WTL one, the sports one, I've always been fascinated with that. You have these analysts that are saying, oh, Boston Celtics are going to win. Okay, well, then why are these guys that make it their livelihood saying the Miami Heat are going to win, and they're going to win by 4.5 points? You know, I always found that so interesting. So that's where the inspiration came from for Where's the Line? And my younger brother plays a character on it, and he places a lot of bets, and he's really good. He's got a personality,
Yeah.
and it's just been a lot of fun to work with my younger brother on that too. So,
That's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it definitely was kind of a natural evolution from what you got into. And you and I had been talking about doing it for, gosh, a while.
Yeah, well, you had the studio set up, and it wasn't going anywhere for a while.
And we just finally got around to it and did it.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Well, what else? Anything
Well, this
else?
was good.
Yeah.
Andy, I do feel like I know a little bit more about you.
All right. Well, that was the goal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you poop too then, huh? And fart?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, guys fart. Duh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Just
I just
not
had to
girls.
ask that one.
Equal opportunities here.
All right. I'm shutting your mics off. I've had enough.
Okay, bye.
Later.
See ya.